want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. St. Rosa County Commissioner Sam Parker was asked to resign in a public forum after he was shown in a video using a term against the Jewish community when talking about haggling over a price. Parker was confronted about his comments, which was heard in a snippet of what appeared to be security cam footage by a gun store owner, Chris Smith, on Monday. He called the use of the term absolutely ridiculous in 2023. He also accused the commissioner of asking a local small business to not charge him a sales tax if he paid in cash. The Florida commissioner's comment comes amid increased concerns in the United States over the rise of anti Semitic sentiments, with 40% of Jewish adults across America stating they feel less secure in 2022 compared with the previous years. Of the 1,507 respondents to a survey, nearly 90% thought that rising anti Semitism was a problem. Data would appear to be backing up such fears, as a recent report by the Anti-Defamation League revealed that more than 2,700 anti-Semitic incidences were reported in the United States in 2021, the highest number since the organization started tracking them back in 1979. So before y'all happen to see the video, I want y'all to know that the two times that he said it, once in the initial security cam footage, and the second time he's going to actually say it during the actual meeting. I edited the word out because I'm not trying to have any foolishness, chicanery, or anything of that nature happen directly to this video or this channel.
Clearly, you see me walking in the door joking about I'm gonna have to down on prices. I had already called him.
You just said that again, by the way.
Let me finish, please. I'm asking as a gentleman not to interrupt me.
Not only did you do that, they got your ass on camera.
Niggas ain't got me on no fucking camera.
This is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever.
Anybody can take a video and chop it up and try to take things out of context. The fact that I walk in and say, hey, I'm gonna have to, not an ethnic slur. That has nothing to do, I'm not referring to the Jewish community. Okay, I use that term as an adjective, as a descriptive word of bargaining them down. The person I said it to knew it. I think you or anyone that's watching that knows that. So yes, that is not an ethnic slur. You can go in my office right now, and beside the American flag, I have the flag of Israel. That is not meant for that. And I think you know that. So no, I'm not apologizing for that. I didn't say that towards any person or about any person.
This is 4K! How did they get you in 4K?
That ain't me.
We down a little bit. 197.95. What's happening with my discount? You didn't bring a trailer in. I guess if I'd have brought cash, you wouldn't have to charge me tax, huh?
Even though you clearly can't hear it, again, like I said before, I made sure to edit that portion out. He said it roughly in the initial video where he was talking to the guy trying to bargain. He said it there once. During the initial town hall conversation, he said it at the first part. Then he came back around to double down to state that he is not this, he is not that. He got the Israel flag in the background, and this is what, this is just a term to, in a sense, talk about bargaining, people down when it deals with price, when it deals with business. He used it about 3 times. So, yeah, he is exactly what he is and what he has always been. Now, the funniest thing is, where is the Jewish community on this? Where's the Anti-Defamation League when it deals with this specific issue, and how it is that this man was walking around deciding to be a government official, somebody that the people appointed, right? So he's getting tax, payer money and all of these things, overseeing stuff and yada, yada, yada. But this is the type of language that he uses on an everyday basis. And not only that, he used it 2 more times in a public forum where there are more than likely children and or family that are around. and then you turn around and double down on what it is that you state, and then try to state that, oh, you're not this type of person because you got the flag of Israel. And then on top of that, none of your constituents decided to try to tell you as well to, leave that type of language to the side. That says a lot about the people that are directly on that board. Everybody that is there that was able to witness, and that didn't say anything, they all need to be fired. Not just him, they all need to be fired. They need to clear the house, because if they're completely fine with that, then they're fine with him saying anything else. Because we've seen what takes place when it is that people say things against the Jewish community, correct? Whenever there is a slur or whatever it is, or even an utterance of what even seems to be a slur, we've seen how people have lost their jobs, had to be made to apologize, made a written apology, come out and set up there and had to do an apology in front of people. Right, had to do work with the Jewish council or the Jewish people or the Jewish community, had to donate money, all of this stuff just to sit up there and say that they're sorry. But yet, magically enough, when it comes to this alabaster individual, it seems that ain't nothing happening. And he doubled down and he stated that he's not going to resign because he is not what you think that he is. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? But it's funny enough when Kyrie, who really didn't do anything at all, had to suffer oh so much. Basically, not having a job in limbo, then back to having a job, then people trying to make him apologize and him trying to say things. Like I said, it's funny the treatment that goes on when the face is a different color. Ain't that something? Interesting, ain't it? Very, very interesting how this guy is still have a job and he's not fired and he's able to double down and still say the things that he wants to say. So you mean to tell me that there are no Jewish people in that community at all? Zero? None? You mean to tell me all the people out there that, don't see race, don't see color, don't care about ethnicity and religion? You mean to tell me that none of those type of people are in that community? You mean to tell me that nobody's going to be outspoken, have an outburst during there to tell him to resign as well? You mean to tell me that amongst all of those people that are in a sense there in that community, only one man decided to stand up and call out a public official on how it is that they're not only using a slur, not once, but a total of 3 times, but on top of that, trying to do underhanded techniques to save money because they're trying to perform this law, whatever it is, to get more taxes from the community. But yet you got one of the community officials there that oversees everything trying to escape paying taxes. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Like I said, shout out to this one guy who called out the public official. And shame on everybody else who sat there and watched and didn't say nothing about it, didn't call for his resignation, isn't starting some type of forum to get him to resign or to force him directly out of that seat. Because if you're not doing that, that means that you agree 100% with what it is that public official is about and everything that he basically stated. This is why I've continuously stated before, I will never sit up there and try to say that the whole of the alabaster community is all good and righteous. Because every so often you'll see one that will sit up there and stand up while everybody else watches. And that's exactly what you were able to see here.
Okay? Because I just told you I'm horsing around with him. Now, I didn't do anything wrong, in my opinion, but if you think that I did, please, and if you don't know, Mr. Cooey can at least tell you how to contact him. Contact the Florida Commission of Ethics and file a complaint. That would be the thing to do.
That's the real problem. You think you did nothing wrong. Your morals are very, very low. And you just used an ethnic slur joking around. Are you okay with that? You think the Jewish community is okay with what you said, Sam?